My name is Rex Hook. I'm the Senior Reliability Manager at Anchor Glass Container Corporation. The primary focus for us, being a 24/7, 365 operation, is to mitigate downtime as much as we can.
My name is Jeff Detweiler. I'm the President of Construction Materials at New Enterprise Stone and Lime. Customer service is kind of one of the foundations at New Enterprise. So understanding and trying to get from a reactive to a predictive effort is critical to servicing our customers.
At Georgia-Pacific, we've had KCF sensors in our sites since 2018. We went from 100 sensors in 2018 to now, 5 years later, we have about 62,000 sensors.
Across more than 100 sites globally. At that scale, it is important to have a partner that can work with us to deploy, optimize, continue to hone and improve the systems and networks that we're creating.
In order for us to make the right decisions, we need transparency, and data gives us that.
Combined with different operations excellence initiatives that we have as a corporation, we have experienced a 50% reduction overall in unplanned events.
Our vibration technicians in RIAM are some of the smartest and most capable folks in our plant. We started working with KCF with a pilot in early 2021. We have since expanded to all of our manufacturing facilities.
We then set out to say, okay, we need to make sure all of our critical pieces of equipment in the mill that would affect safety first, environmental, and then process downtime were all covered by KCF sensors.
Data-driven reliability versus rounding or frequency-driven reliability is key. It's labor savings, it's uptime of the equipment. Let the equipment dictate and tell us when it needs to be serviced. The sensor can be in an unsafe environment in the cold or in the heat, and the reading is going to be the same. It's not going to call in. It's not going to be absent. That data is going to be there.
Over the next 5 years, we anticipate almost a 50% turnover in our workforce. We have 40-year veteran coworkers, but when they retire, the next generation coming up doesn't have that expertise. So with the KCF equipment, we're able to actually put monitors in play, try to accelerate their experience. So we're able to try to hopefully be better with a younger workforce or less experienced workforce.
Being able to take a reading every 5-10 minutes instead of once every 30 or 60 days and use that data to make an informed decision has really helped us improve our reliability tremendously.
KCF basically democratizes data by putting the data in everybody's hands. Eliminating risk by digesting this data, we're able to make our operations safer overall, which is the #1 priority.
It doesn't necessarily replace the people on the ground, it just gives them better data to make better informed decisions. Anything in this mill, if it fails, the whole mill is down.
Advice for organizations that are implementing these types of technologies is have clean data. Garbage in, garbage out, we all know the saying, and AI can make really good decisions quickly. It can make really bad decisions quickly.
We have a piece of equipment on our pulp washers, basically a slow turning auger screw that transfers the pulp from one end to the other end of the piece of equipment. And in the past, a 30-day vibration route was not adequate to catch a defect in these bearings. The team was scratching their heads on what was going on. So when we first put KCF on these pieces of equipment and saw that step change in the condition of that asset in a small amount of time, that was really a big aha moment for the team to say, you know what, this is really going to help us improve our reliability. KCF has enabled us to understand the condition of the equipment at all times without being surprised. How we're managing the equipment, when we're taking the equipment down, instead of letting it get to the point to where we get a call in the middle of the night or we get a call on a weekend when we're with our family has really helped us.
Building a corporate dashboard so that I can overlay one facility against the other and look at similar asset performance and be able to do that comparison that before may have been over the phone or would probably not happen at all. We have many facilities that have very similar assets, so being able to compare consumption of energy, vibration, we can truly measure and truly monitor and even detect, is it a process problem, not an asset problem? I think it opens the door for a whole new train of thought and approach to solving some problems.
Now we have an opportunity to cross-reference what Site A is going through that's very similar to what Site B is going through. Having that database of vibration data, it helped us scale solutions across our different GP sites to solve systematic issues that turns out are happening in multiple sites rather than isolated to a specific site.
With KCF and GP, good partners are critical. I wouldn't trade the partnership for the world. Really what we're talking about here is solving problems out on the floor using AI and technology.
Have clear objectives. Know where your biggest opportunities are. Do a pilot. Demonstrate that you really get value. Drive adoption by engaging coworkers early. Measure your results and prove to the business that it's worth the investment in technology. Realize that at the end of the day, your people are the key to your success.
At Georgia Pacific, we leverage our relationship between our CSC group and KCF to give us the right data, the right analysis to drive meaningful action.